It's true. Tech news, it won't make you happy, but this will. Wow, I wasn't expecting you. It's happening! South Korea has passed a bill into law that will require Apple and Google to allow third-party payment processors on the iOS App Store and Google Play Store, respectively. That means the two tech giants won't be able to collect the 30% cut they currently take from the majority of App Store purchases, and understandably, neither company is very happy about it, which is exactly what a monopolist would feel. Like that mustache guy.
They just want to pass go all the time.
The news seems to bode well for Epic's lawsuits against Apple and Google, as introducing an alternate payment processor was the very reason that Fortnite got kicked off of the iOS and Android app stores.
That's irony.
Naturally, Tim Sweeney tweeted in celebration, but then kind of made it weird by changing a JFK quote to, "I am a Korean," and I mean, we're happy for you, Tim. Microsoft is all business and no silliness, and accordingly, they won't be launching Windows 11 on November 11th, but on October 5th. Probably because November 11th is Veterans Day, and that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, I realize that now.
Yeah. But one of the operating system's killer features, support for Android apps, will not be there at launch. And it will come a bit later, maybe?
Getting like Halo co-op vibes with this. What is this?
Yeah, Microsoft, come on.
Jeez.
I don't care too much about Android apps, but like, give me Halo co-op. If you want to try it out ahead of time, you could always sign up for the insider preview as long as your PC isn't too old. Because Microsoft is unceremoniously kicking older laptops off the preview and asking them to reinstall Windows 10. What is this? Ageism?
Yeah.
Can we sue?
I'm calling the lawyers.
I'm too old to support Windows 11. And Twitch has endured a small exodus of some of its top creators, with Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman announcing they're leaving Amazon's streaming platform thanks to new exclusivity deals with YouTube Gaming. Interestingly, the two streamers' announcements coincide with a ADayOffTwitch campaign, during which some streamers are temporarily boycotting the site to protest its inadequate response to a wave of hate raids, where groups of viewers coordinate harassment against particular people.
Sounds hateful.
Yeah, it does. Streamers saw a spike in the raids following Twitch's addition of 350 tags meant to classify creators' gender, sexual orientation, race, and other characteristics. Why did they add that? The tags were meant to boost the profiles of marginal streamers. Okay, that makes sense. But instead, it seems like they'll go down in history as another nice thing we just cannot have.
We're running out of nice things here.
Yeah, we are. Riley said I was hosting this episode. Sponsor spot.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Brilliant. Look, I know you're already wicked smart, but you could be even smarter with the more than 60 courses on Brilliant. Learn about everything from basic logic and deduction to quantum computing, but without harsh grading, long lectures, or strict time limits. Because you see, Brilliant's courses use active learning, where solving problems means playing around with visual concepts and interacting with pieces of a story that you put together. Sure, you can brush up on math, or start programming with Python and create an app that does math for you. The first 200 people to click our link get 20% off, so join Brilliant and its community of 8 million learners and educators at brilliant.org/techlinked today. It's smart.
Quick Bits. I bet you can't listen to just one because they're so quick.
Whoa!
Thanks to an image of a leaked presentation slide, a rumor has begun circulating that AMD is planning to release its Radeon RX 6900 XTX, notice an extra X, which would theoretically be faster than the RX 6900 XT and NVIDIA's RTX 3090. Wow, that was a lot of letters and numbers.
Start using a different letter.
And this wouldn't be that far-fetched given another rumor that NVIDIA is working on a 3090 Super. But the image came from a pretty unknown account, and other leakers said they haven't seen anything of that sort. So don't keep your X's X'd for this to be true.
I always keep my X's X'd. XXX, baby!
Netflix rolled out a test for its gaming service this week, letting users in Poland play 2 existing Stranger Things games on Android for free. Now, those same games are being removed from PC storefronts, including Steam, GOG, and Epic Game Store, seemingly because Netflix will include it on its platform in some way.
Oh, that's way better.
What?
Much rather play
Who
it there.
wants that? As a reminder, so far Netflix gaming does not involve streaming games. The Poland test lets users click a button in the Netflix app, which redirects them to the Play Store, where they can download the Stranger Things Android games for free. I don't know there could be a gaming service that's lamer than Stadia, but they did it!
Yay!
Good job, Netflix. Western Digital, fresh off controversy involving some surreptitious swapping of NAND modules on their SSDs, has now added an embedded NAND flash drive to some of its hard drives, which will apparently result in higher capacity and speed without resorting to SMR design that they also snuck into their hard drives.
We got a problem here.
At the very least, we have to give them kudos for telling the public about the extra chips on this one.
Turns out they're just Doritos.
Oh, I'd love to get Doritos with my hard drive.
On the storage?
Yeah, chips with my chips. Yeah.
Store my music on this tortilla chip.
Trusted Apple leaker Ming-Chi Kuo is predicting that the iPhone 13, which Apple is expected to unveil in September, will be available to make satellite calls and texts, although sources indicate this ability may be intended for emergency calls only. But what if there's a special satellite and I miss it, and I just want to check in?
Star-crossed lovers.
I would like to be able to talk to satellites with my phone. That would be cool.
What's up, satellite?
Yeah.
How's your day?
And AMD is trying to get ahead of the game by filing a patent for a processor architecture that will use quantum teleportation to make quantum computers more reliable. If you don't know what quantum teleportation is, it involves entangling particles so that their states mirror each other. So they're not teleporting people, but rather information, which in the old days is just what we called talking.
That's boring.
It's actually pretty cool.
I'm teleporting information to you.
Don't get stuck in the old days. Come back on Friday for more tech news. That way, you'll always be in the new days until those new days are also old days too.
Existential dread?